Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. I'm your host, Anna Runyon, founder and CEO of Classy Career Girl, one of Forbes' most influential career sites. This is a podcast for a community of women who want to turn their passions into work they love. You'll learn how to become happy, successful, and balanced with class, skill, and style. We believe that you can create your future. So stop delaying your great life. Go put yourself out there. You can have your great life and career right now. Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. Today is all about making 2K in 2 weeks. I'm going to give you the checklist of what you need to do and 5 simple steps to make at least $2,000 in the next 2 weeks doing work you love. So in this podcast episode, I'm giving you a peek inside of a recent training that I did inside of my class coaching membership. So if you're not familiar with class is where I coach women to help them find a job or business they love that supports the life they really want. It is the place to be, and there's nothing like it online. I've been building and improving class since 2012. It is the best place if you want to find a job or business you love. Nowhere else can you get the one-on-one coaching, support, and training and our challenges that we do every month to help you move forward and take action. So this year, we are doing challenges inside of class every month, and it's been so much fun, and it's been so amazing to see the results that our members have been getting through these challenges. So today is one of them. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one of the challenges we've done inside of our membership with what I'm teaching you today, the Make 2K in 2 weeks checklist. Just this checklist alone, one of our members made her first sale on day one with the training I'm teaching you today. So you can totally take what you're hearing today and go out and challenge yourself and do this challenge and make 2K in 2 weeks. You totally can do this. So in today's episode, this is the first part of the challenge. So I really want to get you ready. I really want you taking action. I really want you making progress just listening to this podcast alone. This is the pre-call checklist that I taught 1 week before the challenge starts. So I recommend listening to this, get these 5 things done, check those boxes off, and then start your 2 weeks in 1 week after listening to this episode. So this episode, it's going to get you ready. This checklist is going to get you prepared for your 2 weeks when you're going to make your 2K or more, by the way. Your challenge can be 10K in 2 weeks, 5K in 2 weeks, whatever you want it to be. This gives you a plan and some steps that you want to take before you go off and try to make whatever your goal amount is in 2 weeks. What I love about this challenge and everything I'm teaching you in this training today, after I taught this, I went off and I created my own challenge. It was more than 2K, so that's why I say you can use a different dollar amount. Mine was more than that for 2 weeks, but it inspired me to take action and move forward with some goals that I even was putting off. So you can totally do this too. If you want to enjoy and join the entire 2K in 2 weeks challenge, you can join us inside of class. You can get access to the entire training library for the Make 2K in 2 weeks challenge. I've been doing a lot of trainings specifically on the 2K in 2 weeks challenge. I've been documenting what I'm doing to make my income goal in 2 weeks. So you can go to classycareergirl.com/start and join us inside of class to get the whole training, to do the challenge and get the support and the coaching that you need to succeed and reach your goals. So I can't wait for you to join us. Let's dive into the Make 2K in 2 weeks checklist. Okay. So a couple hurdles you're facing as you're coming into this challenge, and this is what I'm hoping to do today on our pre-call. If you don't know what to sell, we're going to cover that. If you don't know what your first step should be, we're going to cover that. And if you don't know how to sell, we're going to cover that all today as well too. So those are the requirements. Does anyone have any questions on just like the administrative part of this challenge? So let's go over the checklist. So like I said, we're going to make this super easy. We have 2 weeks, right? So we can't have things difficult and complicated. We have to make it super simple, super easy. So we have 5 things that we need, and we're going to go through our real life examples today and go through these 5 things so that the time, so once February 14th comes, we're like all ready. You know what you're selling, you know the actions you're going to take, you know exactly what to do. And then we'll have our halfway check where we'll be able to be like, okay, what's working, what's not, how can we tweak it to get better results in the second week of the challenge? So for the checklist, we need one offer. So I know a lot of you want to have like 5 different offers and, well, I'm going to have this and this and this. For this challenge, we want to simplify the offer and we want to find an offer that we are so excited about. It might be something new. It might be brushing out something that you haven't done in a long time. If you're not excited about it, it's not the right offer. It should be, with, you guys know of Love Your Formula, it should be something you love doing, right? Like if you're not like, you got to be excited about it because we want to attract those clients who are also excited about it. So something you're super excited about, the one offer that we're going to promote over the 2 weeks. And we also have to make sure that that offer gives a transformation for your ideal client from where they are now to where they want to be in the future. And then we also have to make sure, what I would recommend is that your special pricing, your offer ends on February 28th, like the last day, right? Like this is a 2-week special, a 2-week thing that you have going on. You're going to tell the world about it. You're super excited about it. It's really going to help people. So we're not just making sales and making money, right? Like these are actual problems we're solving. And we know that this offer is going to get results for our ideal clients. So one offer, we need a way to accept payment. Super simple PayPal. That's a super simple way to accept payment. You also can use Stripe. We use Stripe. I added in here, John did a training on Stripe. So you can click there if you're interested in Stripe. But these are the things that we want to set up like before in 1 week, right? Like before February 14th, we want to be able to make sure that we can accept payment. So when people are like, I'm ready to sign up, we're like, we have a step, we have a process, we have a system. We also need a price point. So I'm assuming we're going to be doing some coaching on this one today. We need to identify the right price point so you can make $2,000 in those 2 weeks. And we don't want it hard. We don't want it hard to fulfill either. So we don't want this, and this affects your excitement as well too. We want this to be something that's easy to fulfill. We also want to make sure that we are able to make our $2,000. So we're probably not going to sell like a $20 thing for our offer because we would need to sell a lot of those. So this is where the math comes in. We want to know like how many we need to sell in those 2 weeks and what our price point is. We also need a marketing plan. So we're going to make this super simple. We're going to just tell people what you do and invite them to pay. So in this sheet, I have a lot of scripts. We can go through them based off our examples today and our hot seats today. We need a daily reach out and posting plan. And your goal really is to reach out to at least 5 people per day, or to talk to at least 5 to 10 people on phone or Zoom about your offer each week. So marketing and this is a mistake. One of the mistakes I see people make is they're sending out links, right? It's links to sales pages, links to this link. Here's the link. And hoping that someone is going to buy from that link. And so instead, over these 2 weeks, what we really want to do, and this is number 1 down here, like we want to make that one-on-one personalized connection with them. We want to build that relationship. We want to listen to that potential client. We want to make that one offer with a personalized recommendation. And that's how you're going to start to generate sales into your business. So we're going to keep it super simple with your marketing plan. And then we're also gonna have a sales calendar. So one of the things we want to do is we want to make sure that we block out time in your calendar over those 2 weeks for sales calls or for reaching out, for the emailing, messaging people for those 14 days. So oftentimes we set goals. You guys know all about goals and planning here, right? You're in this group. We do goals and plans all day long. And there's one step in our 90-day planning challenge where we actually take those goals and we take out our Google Calendar and actually block out time. And so that's what you want to do today, like during our pre-call, is you want to go through and block out time in your calendar every day for when you're going to either have these sales conversations and when you're going to be reaching out to people as well. So those are the 5 things. I can answer questions about those 5 things. I wanted to also make a couple more notes. We also want to make sure that all roads lead to the sales call. So it's a lot easier. I think I kind of mentioned this before. It's a lot easier to make a sale over Zoom, over phone, or in person rather than just relying on an email and a link to buy, or a DM and a link to buy, or something like that, or text message, whatever it is. We want to make sure that we're personalizing it. So I always say all roads lead to some sort of personal connection. Also, don't worry about actually, I know this is going to be hard to wrap your brain around, but don't worry about actually the fulfillment of whatever you're selling. You're going to start fulfilling March 1st. So you can fulfill when these 2 weeks are over. These 2 weeks are for marketing. These 2 weeks are for you learning how to sell, you learning how to generate income. So don't create content for your course. Don't create content for your product or spend time on that part until the 2 weeks are over. If you can, like, if there's something you already have that you can like quickly get out, like that's fine. Or if you need to like book like a coaching call with someone, I would recommend, if you're a coach, like having the calls scheduled after the February 28th date so that you can continue to be selling. Because sometimes you start selling and then someone buys and you stop everything. You stop all your selling so that you can fulfill. And so we want to make sure that up until February 28th, you are just focused, you have the plan, and you're going to keep doing the sales and the marketing. And then things will feel chaotic. Trust me, I get it. Anytime you're launching anything for the first time or learning how to sell or putting yourself out there like this, it can feel a little chaotic, but we're going to improve after the 2 weeks are over. That's why, I have a whole training on systems, right? Like we can improve later. But for now, we're getting out there and starting to learn the process of selling. A key way to find more time for this challenge is to remove social media distractions. So spending less time scrolling, more time taking action on your 2K goal. Just remembering that like one moment really can count and could lead to that future sale. Like one DM, 1 minute spending like reaching out to someone. I know before I go to bed now, part of my nighttime routine is I log out of social media so that when I wake up, I'm not inclined to like jump on, because it's a really easy habit, right? If you have a second, you're like, oh, let me just see what's on Instagram or Facebook. And so because I'm logged out on my phone now, I don't do that, right? First thing in the morning, I'll like read a book or I'll do something else if I have a couple minutes there. So removing social media distractions could be a good way to start to generate more time for you to focus on this goal. So what questions are coming up about the checklist? And then we will dive into the hot seats and we'll kind of go through each of these steps in the hot seats. Stephanie says, what about attracting people to your Instagram? Okay. I'm going to share this again because I know we had some people come in late. There will be a replay. Don't worry. Okay. There's the outline. And that has the checklist on it. And we're going to make this beautiful. Beverly will help me make this beautiful, but I'm doing what I'm teaching you guys, right? Like we're just getting it out there. We're just starting, because what happens is sometimes we know how to help people and solve people's problems, but if it has to be perfect, like if this Google Doc had to be perfect and I felt like it had to be on brand and I had to have help making it beautiful, then it wouldn't get out there to help you, right? So that's where it's a great example of, okay, maybe next month Beverly can take this and make it beautiful, right? So it's like I'm continuously improving, but I'm getting my stuff out there first. Okay. So when it comes to Okay, so good question, Stephanie. What about attracting people to your Instagram? Okay, so to me, that falls into, of our 5 steps here, attracting people to your Instagram may fall into the marketing plan step, right? But at this point, and that's a great question for like our masterclass specifically on Instagram later this month. But for this step, you're going to tell people what you do and invite them to pay and use one of our scripts, right? So it may not be we have to, if you guys don't know, in Love Your Career Formula, we have this we have the networking map. Has anyone done the networking map in Love Your Career Formula? Where we map out our network and we figure out who we already know, like who are our close ties, which are family and friends, who are our, kind of weaker ties. Maybe it's like, your colleagues, your social media connections, the people you went to university with. Stephanie, you and I are a great example, right? Because we both went to the same undergrad university. We didn't know each other. I don't know when. We don't need to get into like dates of graduation and all that. But we have that bond, right? Like we have that similarity. And then we connected on LinkedIn, right? And so there's so many people like that, Stephanie, of all the people that we went to undergrad with, right? Like all those people are your connections. You all now have something in common to connect over. And so that's where I see, as far as like in 2 weeks, we're not going to build our Instagram to 5,000 people in 2 weeks, right? Where this isn't going to be like a make money rich quick on Instagram training or anything like that. This is mapping out who we know, who we can reach out to, who we can ask for referrals. And when we get to the scripts, we can go through all the scripts. And friends of friends, I think, Caitlin, I don't know if Caitlin's here today. Caitlin is going through our career coach certification program. And she said she got 3 new clients yesterday with 1 referral. So and that referral was in her network, right? Like someone she knew referred her to 3 other people, and then she made 3 sales. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to being creative as far as putting yourself out there. Definitely want to put yourself out there on Instagram, and share with people your offer and what you have. If you want to find a job or business you love that supports the life you really want, you are invited to my membership class, the Love Your Work and Life System. Inside of class, you are going to get support and coaching so you can make money doing what you love. Whether you're job searching or growing your own business, I'll guide you through a success path full of step-by-step guides and tools to help you implement and make progress to take you from work you have to do to work you love to do. It's time to have a career or business you love that supports the life you really want. Go to www.classycareergirl.com/start to get started.